I'm happy that you're interested in foraging. It means the world to me. I think it's an important skill that's being lost in the modern world. Yes, everything is right there on the syllabus now, but it wasn't like that when I was a girl. My family was very poor and we lived in the country. So was opposing a matter of life and death for you. I wouldn't say that, but it was without a doubt important to know how to do. Then let's get started. The first rule of thumb is if you aren't 100% sure about something, don't pick it. Didn't you have any guidebooks to help you when you weren't sure? We had an old one with drawings instead of photos. But after a while, we learned to rely on our experience and what our parents taught us. I think hands-on approach is best when we have a good teacher. I'm grateful that way because we found our first edible wild plant. Oh, cool. What is it? Can you guess what the edible plant is just by looking around? The only things that are grabbing my attention are all these dandelions. That's right. Every part of the dandelion is edible: the flowers, the leaves, and the stem. I don't know that, and since they grow everywhere, we can hit our, or eat our fill. Lot of the friends and this is common, so we should only take a little bit. That's right, Trap is a natural at conserving nature. I learned from the best you and my parents. This mushroom is easy to identify. It bears a resemblance to a very poisonous one. What should we do if you aren't sure? With the mushrooms, you should put them in a separate bag and inspect them closely when you are armed with the guidebook or an expert. Lucky for me, I have both today. Make sure you can identify it properly before you make the worst decision of your life. Okay, the guidebook says if the underside is brown and not blue, it's safe. I'm gonna crib up for a piece of this fruit and take it home. I'm not sure if it's safe. I can give you the answer if you want. No, I wanna research this one myself. You're a good student, Travis. We'll get to know new friends every time you pause. Thanks. I know I need to study on edible white friends, but I really enjoy pausing with you, Grandma. Your mom is gonna be impressed at the food we bring back. Have you ever had trouble getting in the zone when you're studying or working? Some people use certain music or lighting to help them focus, while the secret weapon for others is a special scent. There is a lot of science behind the power of smells that probably it can induce relaxation or even happiness. You can tie sense to memory, so for some, the smell of freshly cut grass could remind them of all the hours spent practicing soccer or perhaps pushing a lawnmower back when they were a kid. Once you find your special scent, you may find that you are more focused and happier. Why do you treat the Mondays so much? The main reason is that we've gotten into a more relaxed frame of mind and don't want thinking about all the work we left filed up on our desk since Friday. but one day doesn't have to be bad. Here are three things you can do to make it the best day of your week. First, you can make it a day you get dressed up and show everyone the new outfit you bought. Second, you can leave home a little early and squeeze in a morning workout. And finally, you can bring in some cookies or fruits and enjoy the smiles on your co-workers' faces. Have you ever heard a friend announce that she was no longer partying on the weekend because she was saving for a car or trying to pay over her credit card? This is called road budgeting. Be announcing your friends you are making it clear to your friends that any decision you make regarding spending is for your financial well-being and not meant to be sensed as an insult or slight. You are also now accountable to your friends for that decision and putting your credibility at risk. If they see you on a shopping spree, they will know you didn't mean what you said. When we make mistakes, it can be easy to let our inner critic, critic take over. Is precisely during these times when we need to not only be strong but also be kind and compassionate, focusing about the time when you messed up. Maybe you made a costly mistake at work or said something mean to someone. Now imagine that your friend did those things. What would you say to him or her? It would probably be something kind. Now look in the mirror and say those things to yourself. If it lifted your spirit, you did it correctly.